My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Cultural Magazine, during which we're going to bring you the latest cultural events that are taking place in Egypt.
The museum sector of the Supreme Council of Antiquities celebrates the 100th anniversary of the discovery of the tomb of the golden pharaoh Tutankhamun by opening a series of archaeological and art exhibitions and organizing a number of events that include educational guided tours, interactive activities, and artistic workshops that shed light on the art of mummification and writing in ancient Egypt and the tomb of the golden pharaoh and its holdings. Head of the museum sector in the council, Mu'min Osman, said that the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir inaugurated an exhibition entitled The Centenary of the Discovery of King Tutankhamun's Tomb, Amun. The young king and his family displaying 18 artifacts of King Tut that weren't originally found in his tomb, and they were displayed on this occasion for the first time. Among the most prominent of these pieces are the mummy of the young lady, likely to be the mother of King Tutankhamun, Queen Kea, 4 statues of the golden pharaoh that were discovered among 11 statues in the Karnak temple, Kashay, a set of rings bearing the name of the king, and a small slab of faience engraved on both sides with his name. Also exhibited are a group of scarabäes bearing the name of Queen Ankh-an-Amun, the wife of King Tutankhamun, a statue of King Akhenaten with his wife Kea, with her distinctive wig, which was discovered in Amarna, a canopic bowl of Kea, and the head of a statue of King Amenhotep III, which was discovered in the Karnak Kashay. The Geyer Anderson Museum is also organizing a temporary archaeological exhibition entitled Hidden Treasures, which includes a unique collection of artifacts dating back to the Egyptian civilization. The National Police Museum is also organizing a photography exhibition under the title The Weapons of the Small Pharaoh, which includes a number of pictures of King Tutankhamun's weapons and sheds light on the valuable and very rare weapons of his, which is in line with the scenario of the museum display of weapons displayed in the police museum. Mr. Mu'min Osman added that the Tel Basta Museum is also opening an art exhibition of photographs under the title Treasures of the Golden King, which includes a group of archive photos of the king's possessions found in the tomb. As for the Mummification Museum, it has organized an archaeological exhibition entitled Canopic Pots, which includes 4 canopic pots made of alabaster for the so-called Wahara of Nefro ibn Basmatik, and inside them were the guts of the deceased that were preserved after the completion of the mummification process. The Luxor Museum of Ancient Egyptian Art also opened an archaeological exhibition entitled Tut the Golden King, which includes a statue of the god Amun in the form of King Tutankhamun, 5 red brick molds with King Tutankhamun's cartouche, and a statue from alabaster to King Tutankhamun's in the form of the Sphinx. And the statue of the Sphinx represents an offering in the features of King Tutankhamun. The Luxor Museum also organized an art exhibition of King Tutankhamun's possessions entitled The Golden Mask, which includes paintings and photographs of talented school and university students from the faculties of fine arts and art education. The title of Fayum's Heritage as part of the activities of the Governorate's Heritage Preservation Initiative, which is organized by the museum in cooperation with the General Authority for Tourism Promotion in Fayum. For her part, senior heritage expert Professor Nancy Ammar said that the event included a number of interactive artistic workshops on the traditional inherited handicrafts that Fayum is famous for. This great cultural event is also to define these types of arts for the participants as well as the public, such as the pottery industry, which the village of Tunis is famous for, and the pottery of a village called Nazla that is known for its production. This comes in addition to a technical workshop on manual carpet manufacturing using the loom and how to use palm products in the making of natural manual products such as wicker works. Professor Manar Hassan, who is also a heritage specialist, added that an exhibition of photographs was also organized for a group of artists' works that depict the most distinct scenes in Fayum's heritage. The exhibit included artist Mohamed Anoubi's Another Opportunity exhibition, which presents Fayum portraits, in addition to a wooden miniature display of the water wheels as one of the most important features of Fayum's heritage. The event concluded with an artistic presentation of the Arab Fayoum troupe in the presence of a great audience in which visitors expressed their happiness to watch the folk and music instruments that Fayoum's heritage abounds with. The museum was keen to provide certificates of honor to all the artists participating in the event in appreciation of what they presented with the aim of enriching the public's knowledge with our Egyptian heritage and arts.
The Cairo Opera House plays a significant role in the cultural movement that is taking place in Egypt. Stay tuned.
The Cairo Modern Theatrical Dance Company presented Shahrazad show, accompanied by the Cairo Opera Orchestra, led by Maestro Ahmad Farrag, on the big theater at the Cairo Opera House. The show is composed by Rimsky-Korsakov, designed and directed by Walid Aouni, and revolves around the legendary character of Shahrazad, which was a fertile material for imagination and creativity in all fields.
شهرزاد ما بتموت.
Shahrazad is infinity. She's like the Mona Lisa, and that is the reason I picked her portrait to be part of the decoration as an iconic symbol that left its print through centuries. Shahrazad is a diverse character. Each time she gives us more imagination, especially with Rimsky-Korsakov's music, who offered us his own imagination in a great magnificent way, and as an Orientalist who composed a real unique Eastern music, which no one ever succeeded in composing such piece, neither before him nor up till now, which is considered one of the hardest imaginary Eastern music. That's why also Shahrazad has to evaluate with an Oriental Eastern dimensions, supporting this vision through my deep Eastern spirit.
تكون أبعادها بمشرقي، أنا مشرقي بدمي.
Shahrazad is one of the most famous legendary characters in history. It actually stands as the world's source of inspiration. Moreover, it remains till now as the mysterious dream to the Western world. The stories Shahrazad narrated, or even her story itself, arouse a sensational debate as it deals with the Eastern imagination. She also stands as the heroine and the symbol of thousands of nights scented with the Eastern incense, and with the passage of time, this legendary story was translated into all artistic languages, whether ancient, modern, theatrical, cinematic, musical or dancing, plastic or drawing, or sculpture or animation of the children's story and cartoon.
نحن متعودين على الباليهات والكلاسيكيات دائما انه يكون في اوركسترا.
For ballet, we are used to classic music and live orchestra to accompany such performances, but with modern dance, we are not used to that. According to Korsakov's music, it's classical, and though our show is modern and contemporary, but I much respect the classical music, and that's why it made a huge contrast, especially in Korsakov's four-part of melodies, where he added some Kurdish, Turkish, Iranian, and Lebanese music. All this merge makes the ascending of the dramatical part of the story very smooth, committing to the music tempo, though it's modern dance. We don't even know who wrote Shahrazad and Alf Layla wa Layla legendary tale, but all we know is that it belongs to Korsakov, and that's why I do respect that frame, through even entitling the performance as Shahrazad Korsakov, because she belongs to him. The Oriental classic music with the movements and the merge of the live orchestra, and of course the dancers whom already are ballet dancers, all combined in a solid performance where imagination is unleashed.
او الف ليله وليله مش عارفين مين كتبها اصلا. فالموضوع انه هنا كورساكوف اجى وقالنا انا.
Well, it's always the same music. The new thing is the choreography, especially with Mr. Walid. I guess he has always the imagination, his own imagination for this music, and it's very unique and very special, which can make also the music special. He has his own understanding for the music, and he interpreted in his way, which is really interesting and very beautiful. In any case, actually, it's always the same difficulty when we are accompanying the dancers, because actually we have to be very focused with their steps and how they feel the step in this performance. It's always different between the performances. Yesterday is something different than today, so we should always be aware of what they want and what they feel. Maybe sometimes they are tired, they don't feel it in this tempo, so I have to follow all the time. So also it needs a very professional orchestra the Cairo Opera Orchestra has this experience, and they have this quality of accompanying the dancers and the singers, especially because every performance is always different than the one before.
It is noteworthy that the Modern Dance Company was founded by director Walid Aouni in 1990, and he designed and directed many works that dealt with important issues and purposeful ideas, in addition to several works that dealt with the bright aspects of the lives and opinions of a group of leading Egyptian personalities. The company participated in many of both international festivals and operas and traveled to most European countries, America, China, Korea, and some Arab countries. Shahrazad is one of the most iconic characters in the world of fairy tale stories. She's this smart, intelligent woman who succeeded in escaping her death fate by the hand of her king, like all of his previous wives, when she came up with a smart idea of being a storyteller to amuse her king Shahrayar and distract him from killing her by telling him a new story each night. After 1,000 nights, she succeeded in turning all his hatred, especially for women, to a love story to be told from a generation to another with the stunning music of Rimsky-Korsakov. Shuruq Bikir, Cultural Magazine.
The camera of our program is always going after the cultural events that are taking place in Egypt, so stay tuned.
Opera House, headed by Dr. Magdi Sabir, organized a music concert for the young artist Nuran Abu Talib in cooperation with the Alexandria Library Orchestra, led by Maestro Shadi Abdesalam. Nuran presented a selection of famous classical old songs, in addition to a number of her own works such as Her Eyes, Fawazir or Riddles, O Star, and many others. Nuran Abu Talib is an independent Egyptian singer who initially studied and worked in the field of international law, but then started pursuing her career in music in 2018 by creating her own music project along with some of the most prominent musicians in Egypt and the Middle East, and together formed a band. Project, Nuran performed in a great number of live concerts and participated in several international festivals with her band, and also collaborated